So I think you may have already mentioned one, Phil. Where's a place that you see the Day of Atonement show up in the New Testament?
So one that I write about in my book is Barabbas. So the goats were supposed to be identical goats in Leviticus. And then you have two people named Jesus. So I think it's Matthew's account or a footnote that some of the manuscripts call him Jesus Barabbas. And so you have these two people called Jesus, both trying to lead a revolution to deal with the Roman occupation of the
Yeah.
time.
And Barabbas means son of the Father.
Yep, Barabbas means son of the father, bar bar. Jesus is son of the Father or son of God. They're both condemned, but one is innocent and one is guilty, and then one is killed and one is released. And it kind of it's not clean in that sense because the one who is released was guilty, and then the one who is condemned and killed was innocent. But yeah, I definitely see it there, and I think it's supposed to highlight that when humans are involved, they make the wrong choice and they condemn the innocent and release the guilty. But what Jesus does is it in Matthew's gospel the crowds cry out like crucify him, may his sin be on us,
Mm,
or his blood, may his blood be on us and our children.
yeah.
And Jesus is ultimately killed, but in that action, his blood or his cleansing blood will figuratively, I think Matthew's pointing out, be on them and their children, but to purify them.
Yeah, and then I think you kind of get so in that situation, Jesus is the goat for Yahweh, the one that is brought in and is the sin offering, the purification offering. But then on the flip side, you also have some imagery that second temple audience would have understood. It seems like that portrayed Jesus as the one sent out and bearing sin and treated as the goat for Azazel as well. And I think that works scripturally and typologically because you see the same thing happen to Joseph. So this is there's a precedent for this, and we would expect that if the pinnacle of the messianic picture in Genesis was both the goats, then probably the pinnacle of biblical expectations would be as well. So I think you kind of get this picture of Jesus being both goats in this situation, but it's not spelled out very explicitly. It's kind of in both cases, it's he is portrayed as the goats through literary parallels, not through explicit definition or something like that. It's just kind of little hints and allusions by Matthew, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's right. And you wouldn't necessarily pick it up unless you're familiar with that language.
And so it makes you think like, why is he so vague on it, but still alluding to it, right? Is are we to understand Jesus as the goats or not, or how much like the goats is Jesus actually supposed to be?